as the story goes, like I said, it's a scripted short scene about the three bears, which means that two people in your group are going to have to be the voice talent. They're not, in other words, this video doesn't require that humans are in it at all. Okay, so you're just speaking for some inanimate object. Like I say, you're going to have a camera person, so one person is going to be designated as a camera person. Normally, what we've done in the past with the bigger classes, we have two people actually be like the props people, and they're the ones who actually rig up the inanimate object and move it around. Because we don't actually have enough people in each group, you know, it's probably better. Now we have 1, 2, 6, 14 people. Okay, we still don't have that. What we could do is, we have one more person, 15, can have 3 groups of 5, it would be perfect. What we could do is, we'll just stage it so that the person who's the voice talent, also they need to actually like hold, one of the voice talents is gonna have to work as a props person too. So whatever you rig up, that person who's speaking on the mic, they're gonna have to like pull the string on the inanimate object so that it creates the illusion that thing is responding and talking back to the other inanimate object. Okay. Now, so any questions on that? No. Okay, good. All right. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're doing that is that, and this is to the camera people. What you should do, what you should always do as a camera person, is you should check. You should turn it onto the video playback and check the last thing you just recorded. Also check to see if your sound levels are registering so you can actually receive sound. In the past, we've had like some nightmares where, like the production that somebody shot, some group shot, it's silent. It seems like you can actually like sit there and just talk it through, or for some reason that never works. That hardly never works. You get tongue-tied, or you forget, a line. You start making up lines, and then, it becomes sort of interesting, but then it just kind of falls short of it being the same appealing way if you would have had recorded it with sound. It would have been a lot different, a lot better. So you need to check your sound levels. You can, if you want, with these tapes, you can tape right over the point and shoot, the thing you guys did last week. You can tape right over that if you want. That was just like a warm-up, just to get you used to or familiar with the camera. That's it. You're not going to be graded on that. Because I can't grade that. That's impossible. You just were shooting around with the camera. Okay. Yes. Thomas, I'm so happy you're here. All right. So now we have 15 people. We actually could break into groups of 3. I mean, we could have 3 groups with 5 people in, and it would work. Now, if you want, we can have groups of 4. The groups of 4 just means that there'll be one group with an odd person in it. I think the 5 is better, because that way you'll have a camera person, you'll have 2 voice talents, and you'll have 2 props people. So it'll be perfect. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go through this really quick. In about 15 minutes. Well, 20 minutes. 25 minutes. 20 minutes, that should be done.
Let me set my timer real quick.
Because it's not that much.
So when it come on, say
okay. So again, and those people who didn't get the rest of the handouts, I'll make sure that before you leave that you get the remaining handouts. Again, the one important number to remember in video or film or even television is the number 3. 3 is a very important number because everything breaks down into 3. That's like the standard. It's like the standard arrangement, you know. But everything can go beyond 3, but 3 is kind of like the standard. There's 3 phases of production. Some of you probably already are aware of this, but I'll just go over it anyway. Pre-production, production, and post-production. Pre-production is where everything takes place, and it's the starting point for everything in pre-production. That's the starting point. Basically, when you're shooting a video, with the exception of you trying to get into the video business and establish your own self as a freelance video artist, what you would probably do is you probably wouldn't have any planning, because you'd be like, you're like a lawyer trying to receive clients and you're chasing ambulances. Basically, when you're trying to start off as a freelancer, what you're doing is you're looking for incidents, accidents, some confrontation, some fight that occurred, you know, and you're looking for that so that you can get that footage, right? Then you wait. Sometimes you wait, or you go to the local TV station and you let them see the footage that you actually shot. Yeah, this is the footage of a car accident, but I also got the 2 guys getting out of the car and the big fight that they had. That was kind of awesome. I got that on there too, so that you can sell it, you know, and thusly make a name for yourself as a freelance videographer, you know. Keep in mind, if this is the direction that you're going to go, and I'll get to pre-production. I know I'm kind of on a tangent, but I just need to mention this. If this is the direction that you want to go, you can't make a living off of waiting for like accidents and altercations and calamities that occur in Mother Nature, you know, and you saw like a tornado and you saw some innocent person who actually got swept up in the tornado and you caught it on videotape, you know, because there's a good chance you can get swept up in the tornado too, you know. Then your chances of actually taking it to the studio are very slim, you know. And you also can't, because I've heard of this, I've never seen it, but you can't like have a friend, you know, I don't know how long your friend would be your friend, but you can't have someone who you actually plan on causing the altercation or the accident or some catastrophe. You're like, yeah, okay, so a tornado is coming, I need you to jump in front of me so I can videotape that, because we need to get that on tape. We need to get that. Once we get it, you know, I'm going to make you a star. Don't worry about getting picked way up into the air. That's not going to happen. That's just wives' tale. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Just go in it, you know, scream a little bit, and then come out. Okay, and I'm going to take it. Okay. You know, and of course, like I'm saying, I mean, a friend like that is a really good friend. That's a really trusted friend. They may not live a long time, but that's a good friend. Okay. But the point I'm trying to make is that in pre-production, unless your strategy or your objective is to go in there and obviously make a name for yourself so that in the future you could probably be one of the staff camera people, you're probably going to only have to like tape a few different incidents to actually get them, to give them the idea that you actually have what it takes. You have like what they call the creative eye, and you can actually shoot what needs to be shot for them. Other than that, if it is a planned thing, and you're with a group, and your group, let's say, is going to make a movie, and the community center is actually going to sponsor you with the movie, so they're going to give you the funding for it. What you need to do is first find out, is there a specific theme that they want? And if not, then you need to actually like brainstorm among you and your crew on what you think would be a good theme that would represent that organization. So you need to actually like determine what goals and objectives it is. You know, and if you're working with some organization, you need to find out what they're looking for. From there, you create what they call a script treatment. A script treatment for some of you is just an outline. You're just making an outline. You're deciding on who's going to say what. Okay, if there is going to be dialogue, who's going to say what? You know, just narration. How much dialogue is the narrator going to say? Then, of course, you write it. The obvious thing